Have you ever been told your pain is, I don't know, just stress?
Yeah.
You're not imagining it. And today, we are reclaiming your truth.
It's so important.
If you've ever walked out of a doctor's office feeling, well, not really heard, like your concerns were just kind of brushed aside,
Yeah, dismissed.
then know this. You are absolutely not alone. That whole experience, that feeling, it has a name.
It does.
And that's what we're diving into today. Medical gaslighting.
Right.
Our mission on this deep dive is to really get under the skin of what it looks like, equip you with some, concrete ways to stand up for yourself,
Practical tools.
and ultimately help you hold firm to the truth of your own body, your experience.
Because that's what matters. Let's be crystal clear right from the start.
Yeah.
Your experiences are real. Your body's signals. They're real.
Absolutely. And today, we are here to honor that reality.
It's so vital we talk about this. Let's really define medical gaslighting. At its core, it's basically when a healthcare provider minimizes or, outright dismisses the symptoms you're describing.
Right. They just don't believe you or act like it's no big deal.
Exactly. But what makes it particularly insidious, maybe, is that it often leads you to doubt your own perception.
Oh, totally. You start questioning yourself.
It just chips away at your self-trust. It's awful.
It really is. And it can pop up in so many frustrating ways, can it? Like, think about those dismissive phrases people hear. Oh, you're too young for that.
Or it's probably just anxiety. That's a classic one.
The classic. Or you're just overreacting.
Yeah. Or sometimes it's not even said directly, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it feels like they're implying or just thinking, it's all in your head. It's infuriating.
It is. And what's fascinating, or maybe disturbing when you dig into this, something Self Magazine talked about, is that it's not always this, blatant denial.
Right. It can be sneakier.
Much more subtle, yeah. It might be a doctor who just seems distracted,
Yeah.
barely making eye contact while you're pouring your heart out.
Or they give you a really rushed explanation, maybe cut you off before you even finish your question.
Exactly. Or maybe they're just reluctant to order more tests, even when your symptoms are persistent and clearly messing up your life.
Yeah, like they've already made up their mind.
And then, of course, like you said, it can escalate to just a direct refusal to believe the pain or symptoms are even real.
And the fallout from that kind of dismissal,
Yeah.
well, anyone who's been through it knows, it's significant.
Oh, yeah.
You start that horrible cycle of second-guessing yourself, don't you?
You might hesitate to seek help again.
Right. Thinking, well, they didn't take me seriously last time. Why bother?
Or worse, you start to internalize it. You actually wonder, am I being dramatic?
It's such a mind game, one you never signed up for.
And let's just be absolutely clear on this point.
Oh.
You're not being dramatic.
No, you're not.
And what really stands out, again, from that Self Magazine reporting, is the disproportionate impact this has, particularly on women.
Yeah, I saw that. They mentioned conditions like endometriosis or PCOS.
Exactly. Conditions often characterized by pain that's maybe invisible or easily dismissed.
Yeah.
The evidence really points to a disparity there.
And the consequences, they aren't just frustrating emotions, are they? They can be genuinely harmful.
Absolutely. We're talking about serious delays in getting the right diagnosis.
Which means conditions can get worse, sometimes way worse.
Definitely. And then there's the emotional weight of it all, not being believed.
It's trauma, really. Feeling like your body's betraying you and then the people meant to help pile on.
Yeah. So recognizing this pattern, understanding that what you're feeling might actually be medical gaslighting, that's the vital first step.
That's the key. Knowing it's a thing.
Precisely. So if you're listening and thinking, yes, oh my God, this sounds familiar, what can you actually do?
Right, okay. Action time. When you feel dismissed or ignored, what are the steps?
Let's get practical.
Okay, first technique. It might sound simple, but it's powerful. Prepare. Really prepare before your appointments.
Yeah, think about what you need to say.
I mean, really think it through. What does that look like?
Well, what's interesting is how prepping can actually shift the dynamic a bit.
How so?
By writing down your symptoms, like when they started, how often they happen, how bad they feel on a scale maybe.
Okay, like a log.
Exactly. A log provides a tangible record. It helps you stay focused on the facts.
And it makes it harder for them to just brush it off as vague feeling.
Right. It grounds your story in something concrete. It's not just I feel bad. It's I felt this bad this often on these days.
That makes sense. Okay, so building on that, another key strategy.
Go in armed with specific questions, well thought out questions.
Right. So not just, is this normal?
No, that's too general. Try something more direct. Like, What could be causing this specific symptom I'm having?
Or, what are the next concrete steps we can take to investigate this further?
Yes, those kinds of questions. It raises a really important point about effectiveness.
How so?
General questions often get general, unhelpful answers.
Yeah, you leave feeling just as confused.
But when you ask specific questions, it shows you're engaged. You've thought about it.
Yeah.
You expect concrete information back.
It changes the whole vibe of the conversation.
It really does. It reframes it.
Okay, and this next one might seem obvious, but it's so, so crucial.
What's that?
Trust your gut. Trust your instincts.
Yes, absolutely.
If something feels fundamentally wrong in your body, even if a doctor is saying, nah, it's fine, you have the right to push back.
That internal knowing, it's incredibly valuable. Don't dismiss it.
So how do you say that without sounding, I don't know, confrontational?
You can use phrases like, okay, I hear what you're saying and I appreciate your perspective.
Start collaborative.
Right. But I know my body and I really feel that something isn't right here. Can we explore this further?
I like that. Assertive but respectful.
Remember, you are the #1 expert on your own lived experience. Period.
Okay. And this next one, it can feel awkward sometimes, maybe?
Go on.
Seeking second opinions.
Ah, yes.
And doing it without feeling guilty about it.
Absolutely zero guilt. You are completely entitled to care where you feel heard, respected, taken seriously.
It's not about being difficult.
Not at all.
Oh.
If we connect this back to self-advocacy, getting a second opinion isn't about distrusting doctors wholesale.
Right.
It's about ensuring you get the best, most comprehensive care, making sure all the bases are covered.
Exploring all the options.
It's your fundamental right as a patient to feel confident in your healthcare team.
Like you said earlier, self-advocacy isn't confrontation.
No. At its core, it's really just self-respect in action.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff.
So let's really nail this down. Your rights as a patient.
Okay.
You have the right to ask questions, as many as you need, until you get it.
Totally.
You have the right to request more information, more details.
Until you feel you truly grasp the situation.
Yes. And crucially, you have the right to say, hey, I feel like you're dismissing me right now.
Or, my concerns aren't being taken seriously. You can say that.
Absolutely. And ultimately, you have the right to choose providers who treat you like a partner.
A genuine partner in your own care, not just, a set of symptoms on a chart.
Exactly.
Okay, so this leads to a really important, actionable prompt for everyone listening.
Ooh, homework.
Kind of. Right now, think of one strong, specific question you will commit to asking at your very next medical appointment.
Like actually write it down.
Yeah, seriously. Take a moment, write it down. Your voice genuinely matters.
Okay, give us some examples. What might that sound like?
It could be something direct, like what specific tests can we do to get a clear picture of what's causing these symptoms?
Good one.
Or maybe, okay, given these persistent issues, could we explore other potential underlying conditions beyond just stress or anxiety?
Right. Pushing for a broader look.
Precisely.
And bringing those specific questions.
Yeah.
Such a powerful move, isn't it?
It really is. It reinforces your active role.
It sends that signal. I'm informed, I'm engaged, I expect us to work together on this.
Exactly. A collaborative approach.
And please, please remember this. If you ever catch yourself wondering, am I being difficult or am I imagining this?
Stop right there.
You are absolutely not. You are advocating for yourself fiercely.
And that is incredibly brave.
Yeah.
And absolutely necessary.
It really is.
And, for those looking for practical sort of ongoing support in this whole self-advocacy journey,
Yeah.
that's where tools like the March Health app can be incredibly valuable.
Okay, let's talk about that. How does something like the March Health app specifically helps someone dealing with this stuff?
Well, what's really useful about technology like this is how it empowers you with objective data, your own data.
Right. It takes it out of the realm of just feelings.
Exactly. The app lets you log your symptoms really clearly, systematically. You track when they happen, how severe they are.
Any other details? Triggers, maybe?
All of it. Any relevant context.
Yeah.
And over time, this builds a really detailed record.
So it's like having evidence at your fingertips.
Pretty much. Objective evidence that significantly strengthens your voice in those medical conversations.
Instead of just trying to remember everything on the spot.
Right. You have documented patterns, trends, specific examples laid out clearly.
So it's like a tangible history of exactly what you've been going through. ready share.
Precisely. And that kind of detailed, documented record, it can be absolutely invaluable.
Especially if you need to push back against dismissals.
Or if you're trying to explain everything clearly to a new doctor, if you decide to get that second opinion.
Makes total sense.
So yeah, if you're looking for a tool to help track symptoms more easily, build that evidence to back up your story.
The March Health app is designed for that.
It's designed to empower you every step of the way. Because, bottom line,
yeah,
your body is speaking. It's communicating with you.
And you absolutely deserve to be heard and understood.
100%.
Okay, so let's kind of bring it all together then. In this deep dive, we've really dug into medical gaslighting, highlighting that it's real, it's invalidating, too many people face it.
And those feelings of dismissal, they're valid, not in your head.
Not at all. And crucially, we've hopefully armed you with some practical tools, actionable strategies.
To stand stronger, advocate better.
In all your healthcare interactions, just remember, your pain, your instincts, your story, they matter deeply.
So important.
And if this conversation resonated with you, maybe share it with someone else who might need to hear this message.
Yeah, pass it on. Someone going through something similar.
Because your health journey is yours. Yours alone. No one else gets to write over your truth.
Well said.
So until our next deep dive, walk into every appointment knowing this. You are your body's best advocate, its most powerful advocate. And you have every single right to be heard, respected, and believed.
Absolutely. And, just as a final thought, this whole discussion, it really highlights the kind of crucial information being shared in places like Self Magazine, especially their work on medical gaslighting.
Yeah, it's clearly a widespread issue.
It is. And just increasing our understanding, talking about it like this, that's the very first, most crucial step toward making things better.